starting off, feet hip width apart. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and gently out through your mouth. With a Pilates roll down, we're going to tuck chin to chest, roll your shoulders forward and start to curl down through your back vertebra by vertebra. Allow yourself to breathe naturally as the arms come down and then bring your hips in to bend as far as you can. Take a nice deep breath in and as you breathe out, start to curl back up again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and breathe out. Starting your pelvic tilts with feet hip width apart, neutral spine. Tilt your pelvis forwards and then backwards. 1 and forwards and backwards. You can find more information on these pelvic tilts in your prenatal body talk. 3 more. 2, just breathing naturally through these tilts. And for the last one, tilting forwards and coming back to neutral. Take your right leg out in front and lean back onto your left leg, and you should feel a hamstring stretch in the back of your right knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and gently come up. Change legs, left leg out, leaning back onto your right leg. Again, feeling a stretch behind your knee of your left leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and gently come up. Lift your right leg up towards your buttock. Make sure your heel is as close to your bottom as you can and your knees are in line with one another. Let's hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and lower your leg down. Lift your left leg up towards your bottom. Again, make sure your heel is as close to your buttock as you can and make sure your knees are in line with one another. And let's hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and let your leg come down. Lean down to the left until you feel a stretch in your inner thigh of your right leg. If you suffer from any pelvic pain problems, make sure to keep this stretch as small as possible or leave it out. And another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and center. And then lean down to your right side until you can feel a stretch upon the inside of your left leg. And another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and center. To ensure a good start-up position on your mat, always have your lower arm nice and long with your palm facing down. Have your upper arm low by your stomach to ensure that the neck space is nice and long, and have your hips stacked over one another. You can also have a small hole between your tummy and the mat by elongating your upper waist to allow a little mouse hole. Starting off with the clam, we're going to have knees and ankles together, ankles in line with our bottom, and we're going to float the top leg up and down, up and down. As you're doing this, try and keep your mouse hole where it is, and also keep that upper arm resting gently down onto the mat, not pushing too hard into it. Last one. Rest down. To make the exercise slightly harder, you can follow Katy at the front by lifting your legs up into the air and float up and down, up and down. If you feel that this is a bit too advanced for you, please follow Emma at the back by keeping your ankles resting down onto the mat. Last one, and down. Float both arms over the top and float up, down. This is a nice intermediate exercise if you'd still like to keep your ankles down onto the floor, or if your ankles are already up in the air, it reduces your base of stability and makes it slightly harder. And float your legs down. And we're going to start our lower leg lift and lift. With this position, have your top leg bent over, resting down, and with a little bit of tension on your ankle, toes pointing gently towards your head, you're going to lift the leg up and down in nice fluid movements. You can have the hand resting gently down by your tummy, and 3 more, 2, 1, rest. And float your top leg up straight and small circles anti-clockwise. Have your bottom leg bent for a little bit of support. You want your top leg straight in line with your body with a little tension on the ankle and small circles round and round. And change direction. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and float the leg down. And float your top leg up to hip height and push back. 2, 3. In doing this exercise, you can have your bottom knee bent, floating the top leg up to hip height and gently pushing back, still using your top arm to gently stabilise you with your fingertips on the floor. And to make it slightly harder, we're now going to squeeze our bottom to add a little bit more glute activation. And 3, 2, 1, and float the knee down. With this horizontal kick-out exercise, you're going to bring your upper leg towards your tummy. And on my count, we're going to kick the leg out in line with our body. 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, and rest across. A short break, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, rest across. A short break before we do our final set, and 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, and rest. With the clam exercise, ensure good body position by having your arms stretched out, palm down, your other arm stabilising you gently on the floor, floating your knee gently up and down and ensuring a small hole between your tummy and the mat. And rest down. If you'd like to advance this exercise, you can take your ankles up into the air and lift up and down. And lift up and down. If you'd like to continue with the easier exercises, follow Emma at the back, or if you're happy to advance on, follow Katy at the front. If you'd also like to make this harder still, you can remove your base of support and lift your leg up and down, up and down. This is also a good intermediate exercise if you'd still like to keep your ankles flat to the floor. Last 2, and make this your last one, and rest those ankles down. For the lower leg lift, have your top leg bent up close to your tummy, but your upper arm still stabilising you, and then with a little bit of tension on your ankles so your toes brought up towards your head, then lift the leg up gently and lower down. Four more. 2, 1, and rest. Circle your legs clockwise for the count of 10. Whilst doing this, make sure your bottom leg is bent and your other arm is stabilising you as much as possible. And now anti-clockwise. And keep going with those legs as we do another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Let your top leg hover up to hip height and then gently push the leg backwards. Whilst doing this, you can squeeze your top bottom as if it's a sponge and you're trying to squeeze water out of it to add on a bit more glute activation. Last 3, 2, 1, hover down. And kick out. 1, cross, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. And 1, cross, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. And kick, cross, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest.